I hope I'm doing this right. Is it live? This is gonna be so scuffed. Shut up, VTube Studio! Sorry about the doggo. Live. Guys, say something! I had to check on my phone. Okay. Yeah, hi. Hello, Roy. Good, 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 good. I am a little nervous, so I hope you're taking my time just a little bit. I've never done an official debut, so I guess we just yeah. Probably just get into the chatting and then can I appear? Oh wait, I need the camera on. Hold on a second. I did say it was gonna be scuffed. I forgot how to scuff as always. True. Hey, at least I try to roll with it. Aha, I have learned. Camera. I must turn on the camera. And calibrate. Thank you, Kevin. I've gotta be kidding. Why is the calibration so off? Okay, I would have had this set up a bit earlier if it weren't for the fact that I was stress cleaning. Just so that way I'm in a clean room where I don't know, it just makes me feel more confident, I guess. Yes, I will take my grand old sweet time. This is my house, my rules. I like stress cleaning? No, I don't typically do that, but today I did. I just need to give myself something to do. Oh, finally, my camera sees me. There we go. Alright, now we can move to the chatting screen. Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I guess this is the part where I'm supposed to say my name. It's ArashiSpecter. There isn't spectral Mage here. I'm live 2D now! Yeah, that's right. For the longest time, it's gonna explain a lot of the Scuffed. Hello, Shadow! Welcome in, buddy. I've been, like, pretty much exclusively, like, a Twitch streamer. Like, I've been streaming on that side. And also using VC Face, so... One, I had to somehow learn how to set up everything in, like, 2 weeks. So I could stream on YouTube. And I'm still figuring out VTube Studio. So, everything's just, you know, fresh and new and obviously gonna be uncharted territory. Then again, hello everybody. I already said my name, but for those who have the same issue as I do with auditory processing, my name is Arashi. You usually stream on the other side. You're making me sound like some underground streamer. No worries, it's 6 AM. Okay, good. Everyone's sleep deprived and probably half passed out. So I guess I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Say hi to everybody. Also, my brain is breaking right now. I knew this was gonna happen! I have everything prepared, pretty much. And I'm freezing up on the spot. I've streamed for 4 years! 4 years! I should be freezing up. Okay. Niv! You're here! Nivariel's here. He's my moderator on Twitch side. Also a very adorable being that's dear to me. I can breathe a little bit. Relax, you got this? Hey Mitsurin, I'm gonna make fun of you if you don't show up! I know it's 6 AM, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey! Guess what? You smell like a durian, and durians are awful. How to summon Mitsurin 101. My boss. Our boss. How you describe me a mod? Yes, yes, yes. You're also my beloved. I know that. Durian is good. Well, you're just built different. What? Well, guess what? I dare. Too bad. Alright, I guess I start showing off of stuff, right? What am I gonna choose? Ah, there's my thing. My debut slides. I'm gonna disappear in a quick second, okay? Because we're gonna go over basic info, all that stuff. Show off? With pleasure! Because that means I get to... Well, I get to be like, look at this! I made this! Debut slides. Okay. We're off the chatting screen and now we're into the thick of it, boys. This is the obligatory basic info. Yes, because... you gotta know who I am, I guess. My full name. Full name is ArashiSpecter. Why is it that? Because I chose it. Simple as that. And for those who want to celebrate my birthday, it is February 9th. Why I chose February 9th is because I like 9. It's my favorite number. And funnily enough, it's also not too far off of an IRL birthday, which I will not give the date of. The height looks kind of sus. You're sus. You've always been sus. I don't want to hear it from you. I know how silly you can be, Niv. Reminds you of the time you were in college, for real. Hey, fun fact, I completely refuse to use PowerPoint, so I put everything together in OBS. And when Rena came in to help me with my OBS stuff, she's like, "How many slides do you have?" I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or... Yes, I'm 170 centimeters. What are you gonna do about it, Lazleroy? I'm a sussy baka. Oh, coming from the person who said, "What is this cringe quote on the Jungle Tavern site, huh? Huh?" Use your OBS for slides? Yeah, I shoved everything into OBS. What, does it break your brain? If so, good. I've won. Ha ha ha. Yes, American. I live in the US, and that's all you need to know. You guys want to find out what I like and dislike? Oh, also I'm gonna preface something. You see the background? And I do apologize for the dogs in the background. Sometimes they bork, bork, bork. No amount of noise gate can stop that. But anyways, the background. And basically, like, 98% of the art is mine. I made that. Not the official, like, picture of me there, though. I don't think I could ever hold a candle to that. I like... Yeah, why in the world are you trying to... That's my canon height. I mean, I am a ghost, so I guess I could manipulate my height however which way I wish, but that's the one I tend to be chilling at. But these are my likes. I like a lot of things. One of which is terrorizing a certain princess. Queen? No, princess. You're demoted to princess. Yes, these are my drawings. Graphic design is my passion. Fun fact, I did study graphic design for a semester in university, but you know, just college life didn't end up being for me. I drew all these things, and I bet you can tell which of these likes I like most, and that is art. I mean, I like making a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I did post like a slightly cursed meme of Trina on Twitter. Like, I think either today or yesterday. What is this, Tumblr art? Anyways, I also like Borbs. Those cute little things, you know, the cockatiels you hear singing on the internet? Yeah, I like those. I'm also easily entertained by like a YouTube short that has this like turtle this person has, and they put it on the skateboard and then it just memes across the floor. I'm very ADHD, as you can tell. I like pulling pranks, and I also, I mean, I've pulled many on... I can't believe I'm blanking on Regina's name for like a solid second. But at the top, there's Cadence just getting pelted with an egg from above. I drew myself in the stupidest way possible as well, just to really sell it. My part tsundere? I have no idea. I'm willing to admit to dandere. I'm also a huge D&D nerd. I will literally spew all sorts of information about that. All sorts of information. I mean, if someone needs help with their character sheet, I can help out. I know Mitsurin's been trying to push me to DM a game. I'm just so scared to do it. If I'm ever gonna do it, it's probably gonna be like maybe a one-shot. first, and a really stupid one as well. Oh yeah, Roy, you wanted me to help you with learning stuff. That's cool. So I pranked my senpais? Yes. Half the time when they're trying to like get at me with something, I end up coming back at them with like a witty comeback so they can just leave me alone. Yeah. Oh, it's good to know that there are people who also love D&D. Seriously, I love fantasy settings and all sorts of magic stuff, and also at the bottom, I do like magic, like the concept of magic. Fun fact: in Final Fantasy 14, I am a black mage main. So it's just I feel like with fantasy settings and all that stuff, I can just let my imagination run wild and like be super creative and all that. Niv, I know. Niv also likes his D&D. He also plays Pathfinder and all that stuff. I also do appreciate anime. I mean, I haven't watched any in a while, but I know I went like on a huge binge when I was in high school. And I believe my first anime was Fairy Tail. And for copyright purposes, I named it Fairy Nail on the thing. It's on the right. There's the word magic in my debut song. You are right about that, actually. Like that line was given to me on purpose. I also love ice cream. I know that's strawberry, but my personal favorite is chocolate. I love chocolate. That's also another thing I like. That's right there at the right to my immediate right. Sing my part? No. I'd rather crawl up into a ball and die. Oh wait, I'm already dead. Yo ho 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 ho. I just cringed a little bit, but it's okay. Is that a Pokeball? Yes. I'm a huge Pokemon nerd. I've loved Pokemon since childhood. It just makes it feel so good. I'll talk more about that on my favorite game slide. But am I not allowed to die? Well, too bad. Too bad. You can't stop me. You're only you're people are typing words on a screen. What can you do? You don't know where I live. You can't stop me. I also like. Anyways, I like Blair as well. Blair is my VTuber mother. and just to like mess with her a little bit, I did put the copyright, demonetization symbol stuff over the boobs. And also my top VTuber Oshi. I do have a few Oshis, but as VD, the indie Linus VTuber person that we like to poke fun and call a cat, just to hear her say, "I'm not a cat," is my favorite Oshi. My favorite of the favorites, because I don't know, this community's so great. She's got a great personality, and it feels so warm and fuzzy. Okay, Sheba, shut up. Indie Oshi, yes. So I recommend you guys check her out at some point. She does stream on Twitch, and she does have a Discord. Anyways, enough shameless promotion. Roy, do not sing the song of your people. You're not even a dog. You're like a doggish cat. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Hold on, I'm gonna take a minute. Finally. She usually gets like that when my mom gets home. So, pray forgive that interruption. I guess the last thing I should cover on my likes is the fact that I really do enjoy camping. Like, when I actually go outside and touch grass, I know, what a surprise. A VTuber touching grass, it's like, it's unheard of. Well, guess what? I do sometimes, and my camera just froze. Let's go! Do I need to recalibrate? I guess I have to recalibrate. Maybe. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Nothing. You know what? I'm gonna just continue. Yeah. Yeah, ever heard of the outdoors? It's a very magical wonderland. Just don't get run over by a car, Roy, please. But my favorite type of vacation, whenever it's like summertime, I do love me some good old camping. Maybe not necessarily in a tent per se, because my family doesn't have one. So cabin's the next best thing. Touching grass is a myth. To some, it is. I guess we should move on to the stuff I don't like now, huh? Hello, I'm right there, and I'm also kind of frozen. I don't... Malaysia has a raining season, That's actually another thing I like. Rain. I like a good old-fashioned thunderstorm. I should try Malaysian food one day. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Especially when I try some desserts. I'm a fan of desserts. Where should I hate presentations. I should add that to my dislikes. Dislikes people. Seems legit. Well, yeah, no kidding. I mean, you ever had the anxiety of just like talking to people or not knowing what to expect from people at all? And it's like, oh, what are they gonna do? What if they judge me? What if it goes into like a lot of different what ifs. And yeah, I'm going to be open about the fact that I do have a fair bit of social anxiety. So I'm that one person. I'm that one person who would rather go to self-checkout than talk to a cashier. Oh, version of Sundays. Oh. Stop it, you're getting me excited. I can't even travel yet. But I'd say in comparison where I absolutely adore ice cream and like sundaes and all that stuff, I don't like spicy food, please. It's like you're trying to inflict pain on yourself, and I don't understand how people can enjoy that. It's like you masochists. My mom brought me food. There is spicy food? No! My spice tolerance is low. My spice tolerance is low! I wouldn't survive 2 seconds. Nani? What, not liking spicy food? It's true, I don't like spicy food. Hey Niv, save for hitting me up later. You can flirt with me later, buddy. Durian flavored ice cream? Okay. I know I messed about with durians earlier, but usually I'm willing to give, like, just about any flavor of ice cream a chance. Bean flavored ice cream. Isn't your job to semi-embarrass me? I mean, yeah, I guess so. You specifically. You people are relentless. Well, then again, I kind of am, so. Like chat, like streamer. I also don't like things such as, like, people talking over me. It's just, you ever, especially, like, with having ADHD, you're gonna be forgetting the thing that's on your mind in, like, 2 seconds. So I gotta get it out before I forget. In the second someone talks over me, it's game over. And it gets annoying. And it's just also generally rude too. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who who feels similarly. I also and unfortunately guilty of trying to be a perfectionist. Yeah, I'm officially diagnosed with it. My mom caught on to it at when I was young, and I am doctor diagnosed, so I'm usually pretty open about having ADHD, and yeah, I try to advocate for mental health a bit too, because it's important to take care of yourself and to be able to like work with, you know, your mental conditions and all that. No, it's okay. You know, that also leads into like people breaking my concentration. Like we've all been in like in a flow state at some. Oh, hi, Sophie. Another dog of mine. ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. There are different facets to it. You know, there's the inattentive type, and Sophie's got trying to eat a French fry and also present and trying not to pass out from embarrassment of myself. Hey, JMD! It's okay, dude. Happy lurking, my friend. I have 2 dogs. The one you heard excessively barking earlier was Shiba, my Pomeranian Husky mix. She barks at anything that moves and it kills me. Okay, not knowing how to deal with something unfamiliar, such as presenting to people I have no idea I've ever met, no idea about, or I've not met before. My confidence tends to be more so in like my knowledge of things, because I know what to expect, and dealing with the unknown can be fun at times, but also scary. What are you on about prison? Huh? Killing me. I can easily get overwhelmed with too many tasks at the same time. And especially like when you break it down a certain way. Prison fantasy, what? Presentation. My dudes, don't twist my words like that. Have mercy, it's first day. On YouTube at the very least. I've never really been one for like traditional presentation settings. It just feels so stuffy, you know? And I don't like that. Maybe I should add presentations to this list as well. But I'm also gonna go on to the fact that it's how am I gonna keep myself on topic? Ah! Okay, too many tasks at the same time. I did say that it can get pretty overwhelming, especially when you're able to like break it down to like, for like the neurotypical, it could be like 3 things on the list, like eat breakfast, get dressed, I don't know, do laundry, roll out of bed. I mean, it's like, oh no, I gotta deal with the fact that I mean, what if I don't want to move? Oh, it's so comfy in bed. And then it goes to, oh, but I gotta roll out of bed because people are expecting me. And it goes to a point of which thing am I gonna choose in my thing? I've got a red shirt, I've got a blue shirt, and it's like, oh wait, I gotta deal with all these other 5 million things, all comprised under like those 3 tasks. It just, you know, it becomes far more than those 3 things. Just saw disruptive loud sounds. No, 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 your electric guitar is fine. I promise, Niv. Disruptive loud sounds like, you know, that barking that happens, or I don't know, some giant thud. Or like, if I'm trying to do homework and Roy's like screaming at the top of his lungs, I'm sorry, buddy, but I gotta mute you. I mean, I'm not even at school anymore. Why did I say homework? I don't know. But like excessively like loud things. Things in the background such as like guitar or whatever, like stuff I can, you know, tune out a little bit or allow it to be as background noise. It's not as bad. Right? Not sure if I made a Discord ping for the stream to start. Actually, I did. You know what to do, Roy? Nah, 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 nah. Because I would actually legitimately get upset over that. Bye, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out here. I also really hate awkward silence. Think of it. Well, I guess there's no more silence. I also don't like NSFW stuff. So just a fair warning. Also, I do apologize. I'm trying to get my thing working again. Shut up. I don't want to see this again. Why is my camera being stupid? I don't know. Well, oh well. I tried. I also don't like sauerkraut, and unfortunately, my mom likes to make it every single time right before New Year's, so the pungent smell is emanating throughout the kitchen and into the dining room. And I have to mouth breathe every time. I really hate the smell of sauerkraut, and I also don't like the taste of it. So I have a fun time during that time. And I also don't like coffee as well. No matter how many times I've tried it, I just can't like it. No matter what. Like, I even recently tried coffee ice cream and I don't like it. I mean, it's a bit more manageable, but I just can't. I can't. I'm gonna stick to my tea, thank you. Also, you know what to prepare when I come over? Wonderful. I also don't appreciate seasonal allergies because the time I'm most miserable is when I'm getting like sinus pressure. And my allergies, I think they're worst in the fall. And they're also bad in the spring. I like hot chocolate. Yes, I like hot chocolate. I also especially like dark chocolate and all that stuff. I like just about any kind of chocolate, to be honest. I also don't like heights on stairs as well. Because every time I look over the railing, or it's like, you know, the stairs when you gotta climb up to like one of those slides in the water park, my legs turn to jelly and my throat tightens, and it's just it just turns into a small anxiety attack. And usually I can't stop it unless I've like properly secure myself, like there's a railing or something. Makes me feel a little bit safer. I also remember this one time I was on a field trip in high school, and we went to a place. Why in the world did they have see-through steps? Why? Like my worst nightmare! Oh, hey, I'm finally back. Thanks, VTube Studio. I just can't do it with see-through stairs. Nuh-uh. Makes me feel less safe, and then I start imagining I'm gonna fall and go splat. No, thank you. No. I don't want any of that. No. So let's just move on to something more wholesome. Now that I've caught my second win and I'm gotten the nerves out. Hello, I'm down here now. My favorite anime and music. I mean, of course, when I said I liked the classic fantasy settings and all that, I wasn't joking. Yes, my brain is a magical place. I am very special. The anime I've listed, I've either watched at some point, or I'm a fan of in some capacity. So, not necessarily watched per se, but like at least a fan or have manga. Yeah. I love One Piece. I also love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is my first love. Also my first anime. And my first favorite. I do like Bleach. I have watched a few episodes with you. We can continue watching it. And also after debut, we can do it maybe. Yes, and I like the 3 episodes. Also, mind you, I've watched like plenty of clips and stuff, so I know some of what happens. And I did say that a fan of in some capacity, not necessarily like watched it. Okay? Like I haven't like JoJo's on my bucket list, for example, to watch. But I've seen so many scenes of and memes of JoJo where I'm like, dude, this stuff's great. I also have the first volume to Jujutsu Kaisen. I have the manga. Why would I watch clips? Buddy, it's YouTube Shorts. When you go scrolling, you end up bumping into those clips. Gotta go to work now? That's fair enough, my dude. Happy lurking, and best of luck with work. So, I have watched some of Demon Slayer. It's quite nice. I think the concepts are pretty cool. Yep, see you later. Oh, I believe I've watched, most or all of Plunder, and I don't know, I just like it. I just like it. And music. I am a fan of rock. I also do like some metal. I can't believe I said that because I remember if it was like my past self that was like right next to me, they'd probably be looking at me like, oh, you like metal? Yes, I do like some. I mean, Cadence has caught me playing Metal House Singer, and oh boy, some of the music is great. Like, you know, Dream of the Beast is a really good one, for example. And I do like some older rock as well, like Queen's a good classic there. And Journey as well. Yeah, metal rocks. And I think Imagine Dragons is classified as alternative rock. I just know what things are generally classified as most of the time. But I remember listening to a bunch of Imagine Dragons like in childhood, so it's a bit of a throwback one, and it's always it feels like a palate cleanser after like listening to like, you know, the heavier stuff like metal and the stuff that gets your blood pumping. I also, and speaking of songs that get your blood pumping, Unstoppable by Disturbed. That one's one of my favorites lately. You like the guitar drawing there? Thank you. Thank you. I know you do enjoy your guitars. And I'm also a huge fan of video game OSTs. Like, so far, like, all the video games I played have such incredible OSTs. Seriously. Something about them is just, like, built different. Like anybody know about Hades? Like, the game Hades? the songs in that game are incredible. I mean, Ori games like Ori and the Will of the Wisp also has amazing ones. That's just to name a couple. Yeah, Hades OST definitely slaps. I always, fun fact. My buddy Robbie Fall. I've known him for a couple years now. I remember like when I was newer to him. I think in the first year or so I knew him. He played Hades, and I would end up falling asleep to the Hades streams almost every time. For good reasons, because he's a very comfy streamer. He's one of my favorites. But also, I don't know, just somehow found Hades pleasant to fall asleep to. I don't know, it's just something satisfying about like the sound of your enemies dying. Blood and darkness. Oh yeah, I've heard various things about Kingdom Hearts games. Like, it seems like to be a very beloved series, although it has very convoluted lore that's hard to follow. I've seen snippets of lore videos when I'm just like passing by scrolling through YouTube. Like, is it really that convoluted? I mean, I guess so, if experienced people are saying that. Let's see some of your faves. I guess I should listen to some of it sometime. But speaking of games, I guess we should move on to my favorite games now, huh? Now, everything on here I drew, save for this Darkest Dungeon symbol. That's the last minute addition. And I discovered I didn't put Darkest Dungeon on here at like 11 p.m. at night, and I couldn't be bothered because I was in the middle of making a Trina meme and also needed to get to sleep, so it just didn't happen. But Kingdom Hearts OST is super good though. I trust you guys. I'm not down you one bit. But as I said, I do really enjoy Hades. I do enjoy specifically Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That's my favorite of the two from that like game franchise or series, whatever the term is right for it. I felt like I was losing it sometimes in Blind Forest because of the mechanics. They didn't feel super intuitive. But with Ori and the Will of the Wisp, it just felt so fluid. Like, everything that I would do, and... But one thing I will say, though, they have impeccable storytelling. They have, like... It's a lot of, like, show and not tell. Because, I mean, the creatures that speak, they don't speak English. So how are you supposed to understand, right? But the world of it is just so incredible. It's just, I think I ended up just sitting there for a few minutes, like in silence as the credits were rolling, because it's just that amazing. Just a fair warning, though, apparently, like, the credits song is copyrighted. Because I remember I was freaking out and I muted the browser or muted the game audio. So thankfully that I avoided that. But I do have my first playthrough of Ori and the Will of the Wisp up on my YouTube channel for those who want to watch. It is put together into a playlist, so you don't have to go searching. I also did play through Blind Forest. I believe that's also on there. Aside from that, I also do love Hollow Knight. I also do love Hollow Knight. I remember just going into Walmart one day, and I don't know, it's just the art on the code card intrigued me, and I just picked it up on a whim, mind you. And when I took it to the cashier told me that it's like, that's a good game. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I did try it out, and then I did get. I remember when I first started, like, Hornet was just. She ruined my life for a little bit. And so I did stop for a time. It's like Dark Souls, but it's way cuter. Actually, kinda, yeah. And there's just so many details to it that you tend to find on your own, and it's just it makes the whole story even more incredible because you piece it together slowly as you journey along. Because they don't tell you everything outright. It's something you discover for yourself, and the more I played, the more I got drawn in. Hello, Megata-san. Welcome in. And there were times where I would just, like, again, just sit there in silence and just be in awe and just take it in. And one of those spots, I think, is where you can get the charm. I think it's called Johnny's Blessing. It's where it basically turns all your masks into blue ones, I think. And gives you extra, I believe. I sort of remember where you can get it. I think it's like somewhere around like the Howling Cliffs. But this going to pick up that charm, you end up seeing a very beautiful spot there. Oh, and first time I ever went to City of Tears. I sat there with Quirrell for another solid few minutes. There's just something about City of Tears that's just so incredible. It's the music and the art of it just speaks beauty, but also like a sense of melancholy. I think I could go on and on about like various different things about Hollow Knight that I like, but I mean there are also other games that I'm obsessed with that I might as well just keep yapping about too, like Final Fantasy XIV Online. I blame some of my friends for that, because I mean I remember like running into it like on like maybe like YouTube a few years back. Didn't think much of it at the time other than like, oh, it's kind of cool, but I can't really do much about it. Addicted for real? Hey now. I may have 21 days and 21 hours worth of playtime in there, but it didn't mean diddly squat compared to your thousands of hours of Path of Exile, mister. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV Online is actually my first MMO I've ever played. And I'm an Elezen Black Mage enthusiast. Which is kind of funny. I remember, back when I was first exposed to Final Fantasy XIV and didn't exactly have the capacity to play it. I thought the Ellisons looked kind of funny. and I wanted to be a Mikote, which is, the cat people instead. Like the male Mikote specifically, I wanted to play as one of those instead. But look at me, complete opposite. But one thing that did stick is the fact that I did think Black Mage ever since then, and even to this day, I still think is pretty cool. I like making things go kaboom. I'm like Cleve, but more responsible about it. Final Fantasy comes from the TFS Abridged series in Kingdom Hearts. Interesting. Speaking of fantasy settings, actually a lot of these games are fantasy settings now I'm thinking about it. Me being responsible, okay. I have restraint. I have restraint, okay? I mean, I'm not the one who's going fish blasting. I'm not the one who took out an entire mountain. I did none of that. I may be strong enough to do that, but I don't go doing that. I just kick evil people butt. Listen, I may be the more normal one, but I also do like my fair share of chaos. I just I know. I enjoy both a little bit of order, but also a little bit of chaos. It just depends on my mood. That's also why you can never predict when I'm gonna prank you, because I just do it whenever I feel like it. I'm capable of what? Casually blowing a mountain apart? I mean, I could. I'm the type of person that would go, oh, was this button do launch a nuke? No. I mean, if it's a bright red button, crimson as the sunset, I'm gonna know it's a button I shouldn't press. And then I start thinking, okay, do I want to or just be responsible? YouTube chat not having proper emojis is pain. I understand. That is a downside. I'm not sure when I can get emotes, but you know, I'll take care of that when it's due time. Yeah, but I will press it anyway. I mean, knowing that it'll. Okay, only sometimes I would do it. Hey, at least I weigh the consequences first. Klee just does and does not think until after. Although, I can't claim to be as restrained in Black Flag because I am, to a degree, a loot gremlin. I do enjoy finding things. Like, the thrill of finding stuff. And also taking out the red coats is kind of nice. I mean, hey, I mean, you're playing a pirate in Black Flag, so I'm just acting the part. It's also my first Assassin's Creed game as well. And I do have a certain soft spot for it. It's also my favorite one. The reason why I haven't finished it is because I found out what would happen to, I think, what was it, Woods Rogers, I think his name is? And the whole situation I'd have to go through is just, I don't know, I just chickened out and then I just never opened up the game ever again. I should finish it though, now that I've gotten myself back together. But aside from being morally gray in Black Flag, I also do enjoy, by complete accident, Nev. Make sure you spoiler-proof stuff for me, okay? Because no matter how much I try to avoid stuff, it's like the internet's like, oh, you're interested in that? Here, let me show you a whole bunch of things about it and people playing it. Like, now! And mind you, half the titles aren't even spoiler-proofed. So I get spoiled. But yes, I do like Octopath Traveler. I think I remember it coming out like a couple years ago. I ended up learning about it through one of my friends who at the time streamed, and it immediately captured my interest. It was turn-based battles, RPG stuff, magic, all sorts of classes and jobs and all that. I mean, you're playing 8 travelers and witnessing their different stories across, the land. And listen, man, I'm a sucker for a good story. I love a good story. I think that's also why I like RPG adventure stuff. And just like, fantasy settings and all that. I never Google the stuff ever. You realize how hard it can be to avoid spoilers? Seriously. Trust me, when I want to know something, I actively seek it out. Also, I will admit to being guilty of one thing though, and that's playing a couple gotcha games. How my wallet is okay right now is I don't know. I actually managed to shake off the bug a few years ago. The gambler bug. Like, once it bites you, it's so hard to get rid of. And thankfully, I managed to get rid of it. Also, I do have plans for Genshin Impact. I do plan on creating an Asia account. And you guys will be able to witness it. It will be the stream account, and also the account that allows me to play with my Asian friends out there. Whether that account ends up free to play or not is going to be entirely dependent upon all of us. I know there's people who are going to be enablers out there. I know it. I'm looking at you. I know you're there. I know you're there. I should play something else first. Don't worry, it's on the list. I also do. Excuse me. Oh yeah. To show you how long I've played Genshin Impact, I've played since around like 2.0 or 2.2. I'm pretty much like one of the OGs in a sense. I think I just missed like the Festering Desire event because I think that was like back in the 2.0 era. I can't remember which patch specifically, but I know I wasn't able to get to it. And I think I was around like AR like 20s or 30s when I got to do the one that gives you Cinnabar Spindle, which is like, Albeda's like best weapon, I think. But yeah, back when it was like, I think it was like Liyue and Mondstadt. And I think Inazuma was like brand new or like just coming out. I played back then. after so many Genshin Impact ads have been bugging me, it's like, fine, I'll play the game. I also do play Honkai Star Rail. I love Honkai Star Rail for its story and stuff. But I do have an Asia account set up for streaming. Oh no. Oh no. My camera again. No! All I did was itch my nose and then just... Camera, I'm right here. Thank you. Yeah, I've got my main account. Then I've got my EU one, which is completely free to play, and then the Asia one, which would be the stream one, and will be dependent on you guys whether it's going to be free to play or not. And Death's Door. I also love Death's Door. I remember, the times when I first started it. I believe I was exposed to it through other streamer friends of mine or people I watch. And it intrigued me. Like, it's got some of the puzzle aspects, but it also has I mean, you're also like fighting bosses and enemies. Like, yeah, you got a certain amount of health. You can also sling some spells. You can also dodge roll. And at first I was like, oh, okay. You know, just like starting out. But then I fought a literal living gate. I freaked out about that. And then it just like, the more, like the deeper I went, the more intriguing the story got. And I mean, the more the plot thickened. And I think it's a game that's definitely worth playing. It's a very cute and interesting game. I also, aside from like, you know, my action packed endeavors, I do also like chilling with a bit of Animal Crossing to appeal to my more like my creative side. I do like building things and creating things. It's also helped me wind down a bit for the day. My first Animal Crossing game is New Leaf, and then my second one's New Horizons. I haven't touched New Leaf in forever, unfortunately, but I have good memories of it. And Fire Emblem, I think, is a more kind of recent-ish thing I've gotten into, like within the past couple years. My first one is Three Houses, and I have to say it's a really good one for beginners, like people who are getting introduced to the Fire Emblem series, because the way it's built, it's very beginner friendly. I think I said that, but I mean I understood a lot of things right away. I also admit I do watch some Fire Emblem YouTubers every now and then. Mangs is a big one. Some of you might know about him. Norwegian guy. I did also get engaged. It's okay. I think some of the mechanics are cool. The story's okay, but it's not bad, I guess. I have a Diamant that wrecks things, though. He's my favorite unit, and also my favorite character. And the Pokemans! The Pokemans. You know, Pokemon. You know, I always said earlier that it's my favorite stuff. My favorite stuff. My first ever Pokemon game I've ever gotten, alongside my first 3DS, it is Rumble Blast. But my first like mainline franchise, Pokemon franchise game is Black version, and it left a huge impression on me, a huge one. And to this day, it's still one of my absolute favorite games. And also White version too. I also really love those ones. Gen 5 is my favorite. I'm gonna say it. Gen 5 is my favorite. I absolutely love the story. I love that they don't shy away from the darker notes. And it's just, and also I also don't mind I really don't mind the designs of the Pokemon. I know people rat on it about the Pokemon designs, but I don't mind them. I actually kind of like them in a way. Nostalgic. Alright, I also put there other games that I've enjoyed too. Like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. I enjoyed that. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, I like Sun and Moon, but Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon felt like a straight upgrade from Sun and Moon. Seriously, I think they did a wonderful job with that. Also, the music in Gen 7 is really good. Recommend it. Also, Gen 5 music's amazing. I remember wanting to fight the Elite Four so much because of how much that music got my blood pumping. It brings back so many good memories. I also like X and Y as well. And I do like Soul Silver. One of my IRL friends gifted it to me, and I quite enjoy it. Although, the one thing that irks me is the fact that I think I think anything like before Gen 5, electric types can get paralyzed. How is that supposed to make sense? You're made of electricity. That's a whole can of worms. I mean, we can do like a 2.0 in yeah, Zatsudon or whatever, and you guys can like ask me questions on that note, because I am probably gonna forget other things that I mean to say that I haven't gotten to. Excuse me. I love freezing like this. Anyways, moving on to Guilty Gear Strive. This is I'd say my true first official fighting game. I have tried Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, but I found the buttons to be a bit too hard. I am trying to get into fighting games and learn them, because it's just something about it draws me in. I really like the character designs and the stories and stuff. I do intend to main Sin Kisuke in Guilty Gear Strive. Other than that, I also like a good bit of Castle Crashers. That's one of my old favorite classics. The Green Knight is my favorite to play, and it's basically like rushing through levels and beating up bosses to save princesses, and also return the giant magical crystal back to the king. It's a lot of fun, especially if you play with friends. And also, you can kick their butts in duels for the fair lady. And there's an achievement that you can get if you manage to win every single duel for the lady. I was so close to it once. So close. Oh, and also, another favorite next to that, Remnant 2. I do also like Remnant from the Ashes. I did try it a little bit first, but it was just... I don't know. I think I stopped because I got discouraged by the controls. But when Remnant 2 came out, I was actually quite excited for that. It's kind of like Dark Souls, but with guns. It's how a lot of people describe it, and how I'd say it can be easily described as. And I mean, if Mitsurin's cool with it, I can continue to play it on stream. The reason why I took a long break from it and haven't returned back to it is the fact that is that I got to this place called Root Earth, and I could feel my anxiety rising as I kept moving further along into it. And it's like, okay, I gotta just put it down. I just can't. I just can't. So I'm just gonna have to steel myself and try and get back into it. Fair warning, though, I think Root Earth is part of like the end game stuff. So if you want to play it for yourself without any spoilers, be warned. And I did mention Darkest Dungeon. I do enjoy Darkest Dungeon. I do like the turn-based stuff again, and the strategy that comes with it. That's also another reason why I liked Octopath Traveler. And Darkest Dungeon feels challenging too. The game's unforgiving. If your character dies, they're dead. Oh, I finally snapped back to view. Darkest Dungeon 2 is a little bit different. As your you're progressing through the road and visiting various stops. But you can do like multiple runs. It's kind of like, I guess, kind of roguelike in that sense. I don't know how to properly describe it. It's different from Darkest Dungeon 1, but they're both pretty good games. And I also did get the DLC for Darkest Dungeon 2. So we can do that sometime soon. Hello, Eric! Hey, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Eric is also one of my other moderators on Twitch side. And he's also a cool dev that they can put together bots. And also has made Puzzle Deck, which is a bot that can let you play like a version of Wordle or Hangman. You got those two options, and it can be put on auto as well. So you guys can enjoy it. We're still working on possibly getting it integrated into YouTube. You're live. You're live. I see you there with 3 YouTube channels. Oh boy. Thank you. Appreciate the lurks. Seriously. It always helps out. Yeah, it's a work in progress for YouTube, but it's coming along. Doing good. It just needs to take time. But I suppose, see, I believe I finished up my games and might as well get to my reference sheet. Here it is. If you guys want to draw me, feel free to. Just no sussy stuff, please. No NSFW. I'm not a fan of that. I also don't want to lose my sanity. There are no jokes on this sheet whatsoever. I promise. There's nothing suspicious. Nothing. And my goals. I have plenty more goals, but these are some of them. I do have supplies to make resin dice. I bought them a while back. I just need to do it. And also, I would prefer to do it outside because I know epoxy resin can be very toxic when you're handling it. That's why they say that be in a well-ventilated area and like have a mask for it, like a proper one. I think a filter mask specifically. Not entirely sure, but I just threw this on there. There is like one cover. I maybe I want to improve my singing a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever do a cover or not. It's just there of a okay, if it happens, it happens. But one thing is for certain though, I've always wanted to visit my friends. I just haven't been able to. I mean, my financial situation isn't the best. Hasn't been for a while. But hopefully, with working hard, I'll get there and be able to do more. Because, you know, I'm nothing without my viewers. I mean, I put in effort, but also, like, it just, I wouldn't, I wouldn't be here without the people who help lift me up, you know? For all I know, I could just be talking to a brick wall, but no, you guys choose to be here instead, and I'm grateful for that. Like, you know, just bothering with me at all. I also always wanted to like visit like other countries, like, you know, the Canada, UK, Germany, Belgium. I also heard that stroopwafels are pretty good, so I do want to go to the Netherlands just to try them. Also, I heard Belgium has some pretty good food. And I also want to try German chocolate and stuff. And I also heard Switzerland chocolate and food's also good. And I also do like some Italian food, so I mean, why not go to Italy to try some more, right? And Malaysia's on the list too because, well, Shinju's there, Masaki's there. I mean, Trina's over here with me in the U.S., but I mean, Cadence is in Singapore, so I mean, might as well go to Malaysia for like, to experience stuff and off collabs and all that stuff. I also do want to dabble in voice acting, which is why I have a goal of pertaining to that on the list. I don't care what character I end up voicing, where. I think it'd be extremely cool if I ended up like in a video game or a comic even. And you don't know how excited I am to have Trina as a gen mate, because that means I have a professional voice actor and friend. Oh. I mean, it's just like it's a huge win-win, because I mean, that's someone that can help me fulfill this little dream, and also someone that I can make friends with too. The reason why I've been hesitant to talk to Trina, though, is because, well, I mean, you heard her. She's a very busy woman. Sailor, voice actress, streamer, you name it. Content creator. I don't know. I just feel a little bit afraid to bother her. You shall be my guide. Good. Because I don't want to get stabbed in an alleyway. And I also might need like a translator for some stuff too. I'll be honest, Shinju. I also have just a very, very basic goal of finishing my card info in TOS, because, mind you, I have said previously. No. You do not have to sell an organ, bro. No. No. Please. Keep your organs. Please. I mean, if you want to spend money, sure, that's on you, but what I'm basically saying, you take care of yourself first so you can take care of others. I just care about other people, that's all. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I do intend to finish my card info, which is basically like a virtual business card in a sense, or like a website of sorts. I do want to open up commissions at some point, because I am capable of making emotes and stuff. I can do static ones pretty decently, and I know I'm capable of doing the animated ones, although I'll admit I am a bit of a novice on that. But a cool thing I did do the first time is the fact that I hand drew every single frame. Like, how the people in the old days would do it. Yeah, I made a couple for Eric. In fact, profile picture, I believe, of yours, Eric. That's I think that's the first email I've ever given you. Then you said it was like scarily accurate to how you look. I'm like, oh really? That's cool. Yeah. But the reason why I haven't finished my card info yet is because I've been busting my butt trying to put everything together for this debut. And I also have to think seriously and critically about the TOS, terms of service, because that's going to dictate a lot of how the business practice is going to be, it's going to go. And, I got to make sure it's fair to myself, but also fair to other people. And, I don't want to take advantage of. Like, I'd like to believe the best in people, but it's better to make sure your terms of service is carefully laid out and clear, so less people misunderstand. But yes, I can do emotes, so if you ever need them, I'm around. You can grab me on Discord if you need me. But yes. I do have a Ko-Fi, by the way. Just fair warning. Speaking of which, I need to finish setting that up. Like I've got to where you can donate money directly to me through that, but yeah, I believe I can also set up commissions on that site as well. It's just things I gotta do. Things that will come eventually. Along with more art streams and playing more D&D. I do have my art tablet that I use. I just need to get stuff that allows me to stream it to OBS by connecting it via computer. Can I finish setting anything up? I don't know. That depends on my ADHD, paralysis, and procrastination. I will get around to it eventually. Famous last words, I know. I mean, those are just like some of my goals. I mean, I also would like to learn guitar. I'd also like to, visit Evo, which is like a big fighting game thing. Not necessarily to compete or whatever, but like to experience it. Because it just seems like a really cool place. And you can find all sorts of like merch there, like fighting game merch. Maybe VTuber merch. I mean, I'd also like to visit some expos and cons, and also get a little bit into cosplaying. That's you with your countless side projects. I feel you. And what are other things? I also have a written list. Yeah, cosplay characters on there. I would trying out, like foreign desserts and tea. I am a tea enthusiast. I do have loose leaf tea in my drawer. And it's something I like to use. Yeah, you did mention you have 32 YouTube accounts. Let's see. Oh, get to a conversational level in language is one of the things I've written down. I need to get back to learning Turkish more. Because that's the language I've chosen because Niv speaks it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Puzzle Deck's alive. Oh no. Bots are taking the wall for the world. Now. I'm trying to read what you say, my dude. Oh, I never mentioned learning it to you. Oh yeah, I guess so. That's true. I'd like to learn acoustic at some point. I'm not trying to ignore you, Niv. It's just there's a lot I'm trying to talk about, and also keeping up with chat and everything. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I will get around to your chat messages. Hey, it's Flame Wolf! Good to see you, my dude. Niv, cut me some slack, man. Ah. It's another thing on my list, being more confident and courageous. As you can tell, I'm a very anxious little being. But that's also why... Yeah, that's also why I stream. Like, that's why I started out streaming in the first place. Aside from, like, wanting to build a community and actually, like, make people smile and all that stuff. All that corny stuff. And that stems back to, being inspired by, like, these Minecraft YouTubers I've watched when I was, younger and a kid and still in school and stuff. Like, how they shared joy with other people. I wanted to share that too. But, I owe it to a couple people for pushing me to, like, start streaming in the first place. And eventually I kicked around the idea to become a VTuber. And then here we are now. Oh, what a way to come. Oh yeah, off collab Jungle Taverns on the list, and ask Regina to teach me how to write music? What? When did I write this? Oh, Regina's gonna be eating that all up. Oh, now that we're done with goals, would you guys like to see some of my art? I mean, since I've mentioned that I'm an artist, I might as well pay the art tax, right? That's what it means whenever someone says art tax. It's a little it's a little silly thing we say in the community. Like pay the art tax equals share your work. It's basically another way for sharing your work. But behold, this is the first page. I've done a lot of emotes in the past. Some of them you can tell are older than others, but I feel like I've come a long way, at the very least within the past couple of years. I also have done emotes for other people and given people emotes just for fun. How has everyone been? I mean, you should have seen me my brain breaking earlier into this stream. But yeah, I've done emote work for NanoCloud. I forget which number's at the end of his name, but that's the emo in the bottom right. Eric's is on there right next to my name that's in the bottom left. And most of my emotes that I've made on Twitch were made by me personally. There's only a few that were made by others. It feels pretty good to make your own art and be self-sufficient. I also have a second thing. Have a good sleep, Niv. Have a good sleep. Niv, please. No, don't go. Actually, wait. Half of me wants you to stay. Half of me wants to scream at you to go to sleep. Because, mind you, Niv lives in Europe. So he's at least like 5-6 hours ahead of me. Anyways, this is some of the rest of the art I've done. I'm sure you guys recognized the one that's like the basic info slide. You will see the one coming up soon, like the one that has the clouds. I also, in the thumbnail, I've used the one that's on the top right, the third one. I've made that one. I also made the one on the bottom, and that one, and also that character that I haven't finished doing, and that random emote that I just slapped there. I've done all that. And I also made this slide too to show you guys who my model artist is, the live 2D rigging, the overlay. Model artist is Blair VT. She does stream too. She's pretty chill. And also nice. Rachie, thank you for allowing me to move. Because I would hate to be frozen in space. And I also owe it to Hash Brown as well for the overlays I have. Speaking of which, I need to show more of those. But moving on to Chris 2, this is thank you to Toxic Caramel for the reference sheet as well. I owe you on that one. And my hashtags. Hello, we're finally here now. Sorry if I put you guys to sleep. Hey, wake up! Wake up! Sorry. Alright. General tag is simply me, my hashtag ArashiSpecter. Not to be confused with my handle at ArashiSpecter. Live is the Ghoulive. Hello, Jimmy T. Welcome in, dude. Yeah, for any art you guys want to make of me, which by the way, I really do love art, so please make art. I love it. There's that, and thumbnails, Awashi thumbs, live 2D assets. Like if you want me to like utilize like a little asset you made, like If some, like, I don't know, like a comfy blankie or whatever, you guys can put that under Ghost Mage assets. And also memes. I know people are gonna make memes eventually. Spectral names is the tag you want to do. Aside from that, I guess I should show off some of the slides. You guys seen the stream starting screen? You guys seen the chatting screen? But huzzah! This. Oh, they're in VTuber models. This will be our in-game screen. This will be our in-game screen. And this, you guys want to hear the be right back as well? Also, I do need to take like a 5-minute break. I feel like my voice is getting kind of tired. I'm not used to talking for this long anymore. I took a couple weeks off. So I'll show you guys the be right back screen and take 5 minutes. And just in case you guys are worried about copyright, don't worry about this one. It's Cuban Moon. It's a song from the 1920s, so it's public domain. And any other music you've heard is from Heartbound. And Bless Thor, he allows basically like usage of it. As long as it's not like as long as you're like uploading it with like other stuff and not just like standalone, he'll never DMCA for you for it. So I can utilize that stuff too. I'm not used to talking so much. Must brew tea for Ghosty stream. No, don't worry, I'm hydrating. I'm getting that in right now, actually. Oh, can't believe my mic was muted. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some toggles and me in my full glory. Look at me, look at me. Got a fair range of movement. Hey, let's go. I will not take the mask off. You are not getting a face reveal. Shame on you if you think you ever get one. Oh no, okay, V2 hotkeys. I might as well zoom in on my face a little bit, huh? Auto reveal, let's go, I know, right? But I can blush. I can also not blush. I also have fire! I have fire and I have become Sans Undertale. Yeah, look at me! I'm Sans now. Move out of the way, buddy. Actually, I would like a meme made out of that. I can also change my headphone color. Look at that. I'm RGB, guys. RGB! I can also take off my headphones if I want to. I usually have them on, though. I can also put on the hood. I can also take it off. I can also take off my jacket. Whoa. I prefer my jacket on, though. I know, look at me, actually. There's something underneath the clothing. All that jackets and stuff. Yeah, I'm small frame. I refuse to hit the mask button because I'll take off the mask. I can also remove these. Also, cool thing. Yeah, cool thing about my jacket. A little bit of lore for you. It can pulsate. You see, my original like mage gear got wrecked when I end up here. So I had to seek out modern solutions. And I guess you can call these runes a sort, like magical runes. That'll keep me better protected! Cause I don't feel like dying a second time. I can also change my scarf to a more simplistic one as well. I can also take it off if I want to. And I can also look up steady spaghetti, I think. I'm working on that toggle. Won't protect against hug attacks. You said I was gonna let you hug me easily, huh? Aren't you supposed to be asleep, mister? Hmm? But yeah, I know we've got Final Fantasy 14 on Friday, but we can also hang out and chill a little bit. And what about goose attacks? What do you mean, what about goose attacks? I'm not Canadian. I mean, nah. No. Yeah, good luck. There's an entire ocean separating us, my dude. Hey, oh yeah, what I was trying to say, like, I know Final Fantasy 14 is on Friday, but we can also take a bit of a chatting session as well, so you guys can ask me questions. And we can get to know each other better then as well. You know, we can just like hang out and stuff. But I think I covered everything for today. I'm not used to doing like a pure Zatsudan stream, including like debut stuff, so part of me is like itching to play a game because like why not? But we're just gonna do debut today. I don't have to remind you, Nev. I know, I'm sorry, but also, I mean, I gotta make a witty comeback somehow. Alright. I guess this is where we part ways for now. And you guys will get to see the ending screen. I don't know how to redirect, so too bad, so sad, but see you, my dudes.